Hey guys, it's Troy. Welcome to another episode. You need to be led by your desire, okay? The motivation that you seek should come through your visceral desire to make things happen in your life, okay? So when we talk to guys about social skills and we say, you know, you need to go out and practice, you need to go out and practice talking to people and meeting people. I just did a video about spending time in high-end spaces, okay? You need to go do that, right? You need to make sure you're comfortable in these different environments. And people will say, well, all of this sounds great, and I get it in theory, but what's my motivation? You know, how do I make myself do it? And to me, the answer seems extremely simple. The answer seems extremely simple. You should be led by your desire, okay? Whether that's your desire to meet a girlfriend who then becomes your wife, or whether it's your desire to, you know, to have casual partners or whatever it is, right? You need to be led by that desire to break through whatever it is that's holding you back in terms of your social skills, okay? It really is that simple. And it seems incredible to have to underline this point, but you will be surprised how many times guys will come to us and they will say some variation of this thing. Basically, what's my motivation? Well, I mean, well, why did you get in touch, right? You've already got the motivation because you got in touch and we're having this conversation. So the motivation must be there, right? The motivation is already there. It's present in you because you want to improve. You want to be able to go and have a conversation with somebody that you don't know and maybe get to know them, maybe get their phone number, and then maybe meet up with them afterwards, right? That desire is clearly inherently already within you, because otherwise we wouldn't even be talking in the first place, okay? So it always puzzles me a little bit, amuses me slightly, but it is a real concern when people are asking about motivation, okay? How do I get this motivation? And as I say, you have to lean into desire. And maybe sometimes it's about stripping away the things that you don't, okay, and really figuring out what you actually want as an individual, what you actually want as a person, okay? Not what society says that you should want, not what your friends have, not what the people around you have, but what you actually want, okay? Whatever that is, okay? And there's no judgment here. It could be anything, right? If you want to live, you know, a sterile sort of cloistered life and you want to work on your art or something like that in the mountains, that's absolutely fine. Go for it. But if you want to become socially more prolific and able to generate new relationships with people, then, but you don't currently have the skills to do that, then you have to just single-mindedly and steadfastly lean into that desire, okay? And again, if you've even raised this as an issue, if you're even watching this video, that's probably present in you. Okay, but it's and here's the other thing. It's probably being clouded by other things, by other distractions that you are allowing to get in the way and to mess it up, basically. So you might well be using things that are taking away from that desire, okay? And I won't go into huge detail about what those things might be, but I think you probably know what I'm talking about. If you are, you know, using the internet and you're looking at different videos and things on the internet, and you're finding some kind of temporary satiation through that, pornography obviously I'm talking about here, then that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not going to help you, okay? All that is doing is dulling your desire to go out and actually meet people in a real and organic, fruitful manner, okay? That's bad. That's not good. You don't want to be doing anything that gives you a sort of temporary kind of salve from the core of your pain, the core of your desire, but doesn't ultimately satisfy you, right? Because the only way with anything is unfortunately the hard way, all right? The only way through any of this is the hard way, is actually doing the hard things that you don't want to do. That is the way forward. The obstacle is the way. Unfortunately, I wish it weren't. I wish it wasn't, okay? It'd be so much easier if the obstacle wasn't the way. It would be so much easier if the easy way was the way. But that's not how it is, okay? So with something specifically like social skills, the only way that I ever got any good at it, and I mean, people talk about, oh, you know, I'm socially awkward or whatever. I mean, I couldn't even hold eye contact with people for the first 18 years of my life, or actually 20 years of my life, right? I genuinely couldn't, okay? So you've got to break through that. Well, how do you break through that? Well, the only way that I know Because AI is not going to solve this, ChatGPT is not going to solve this, nothing's going to solve this apart from actually going out and having real conversations with real people in real life and doing it time and time and time again until you feel completely comfortable with it, okay? That's it. I wish the answer were easier. I wish there was some magic silver bullet that we could give you that would just immediately change everything. But there isn't, okay? The answer is doing the difficult thing that you find scary. But if your desire is strong enough, then the difficult thing that you find scary actually doesn't seem that intimidating all of a sudden. Actually, it starts to feel like, well, maybe this could be quite cool. Because if I go through the pain, if I do this difficult thing that I don't want to do, but I actually get to the other side, then I could get this thing that I really want. And then my life would be so much better, okay? So that's the energy that you need to be leading into. And as I say, you need to really be led by your desire for the thing that you want, or the things that you want, whatever that is. And firstly, you need to obviously get clear in your own mind what that is. So maybe doing a bit of journaling, sitting down, writing it out, talking to a mentor, talking to a coach, you know, and just really figuring out, okay, so what do I actually want? What is the outcome here, genuinely? And then removing all barriers, or removing all things that make you temporarily satisfied, but not really in regards to that thing. And then just working on the individual steps that are actually going to get you towards that thing that you want, okay? It's pretty straightforward, it's pretty logical, okay, when I put it like that. But, you know, people they cloud the issue. And a lot of that is to do with fear, okay? And a lot of it also is to do with ego, unfortunately. When we are fearful about, oh, what do these people think of me? What is this person going to think? What's that person going to think? What's actually happening is that our ego is taking over, because we think that we are so important that other people around us really care about what we're doing and what we're thinking and what we're saying, and, you know, the success or otherwise of our romantic lives and everything else. Nobody cares, right? Nobody gives a damn. Nobody is bothered, all right, at all, okay? And even if they are momentarily, like I think those people laugh when I walk past, they're going to forget it in 2 seconds, okay? And I'm never going to see them again. So none of that stuff matters. What matters, okay, is you being laser focused on the things that you want to happen, and then doing the logical steps, doing the hard work in order to get there. Anyway, rant over. Hope you enjoyed this one. Do subscribe to my Substack as well. The link is below. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Bye-bye.